Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Aegis large-scale 7-arm chandelier. This is going to be the 191237. So the larger versions of the Aegises, these are going to ship on a pallet on what's called common carrier. That's going to be an 18-wheel truck. So we have to know where you are. Sometimes you guys are on the tops of mountains that are hard to get to. These are little details we'll talk about when you guys are ordering. Let's get into details on this. This is going to be 33.6 inches tall, and that's going to be from the bottom of the fixture to the loop where the first piece of chain is going to be starting at the top. Diameter is going to be 39 inches, and that's going to be a glass-to-glass measurement. You are coming in at 35 pounds, which means that this is going to have to hang from a junction box that's attached to the structure of your building. Talk to your installer about that. Just another little detail that you should talk about. Okay. Let's get into a few things. This is going to be shipping with 6 feet of chain, 15 feet of wire. If you need more wire, make sure you talk to me about that. If you need more chain, you can order more chain. Chain comes in 36-inch sections, and it has a little seam on the side of it, like right here, the long side. Your installer is going to have a tool that can open and close chain, so you can use as little or as much as you guys want. If you need to order more chain, drop a quick email and I can walk you through that without a problem. It's also going to be shipping with a canopy kit that's going to be going over your, again, our 4-inch junction box. This is coming in about 5 1/4 inches, just FYI. Okay? So let's move on from there and let's talk about what's inside, because that's really important to a lot of people. Hubbardton Forge says that this is a halogen fixture. It is going to ship with 7 G9 halogen bulbs, 60 watts in each of these. And it's going to be coming with them to begin with. You might want to give them a shot. A lot of people still like halogens. They throw beautiful light and they dim beautifully. However, if you have heard me talking about halogens lately on other YouTube videos for Hubbardton Forge things, I've been talking about LEDs, because in our showroom, and we have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures here, a lot of them have these little G9 sockets. Our showroom also has 86 or 186, I'm not sure, 186 solar panels on top of our building. So we're pretty much powered by the sun here. So we want to use as little juice as possible. So I tend to like these LEDs, and you can find these on Amazon, you can find them in hardware stores. It's easier to find G9s online just because they're such a specialty bulb. The ones that have the orange filaments in them, these are called phosphorus LEDs, and they're these pads that glow. And then these guys are actually called cob LEDs. You can see them in the picture next to me. So this larger cob one here is a 75 watt equivalent. It's got a clear covering on it. This guy is a 60 watt equivalent. It has a kind of a frosted, milky covering on it. So that acts as a diffuser. You know, on this fixture, you're going to be getting, this piece is going to automatically be coming for each of these sockets, and its job basically is, if you are using a halogen bulb, halogen bulbs don't like two things. They don't like the oils off your hands, and they don't like dust on top of them. So this has a threaded retaining ring on the bottom of it, and there's threading on the sides of the socket. So its job is going to be two jobs, actually. It's going to be holding the glass down and retains the glass to the fixture with this threading. It also is going to be covering up the bulb itself, so it keeps dust off the halogen bulb. If you guys are using LEDs, you don't have to worry about that. This actually snaps right off the bottom of this. So if I were you and I were using LEDs, I would probably find a nice big one, you know, maybe a 75 watt equivalent or a 65 watt equivalent cob. I would also make sure it's a dimmable version of this. That's really important, because these bigger ones tend to be offered online, and most of the, well, it's 50-50 as far as the dimmable, so just make sure it says dimmable. We'll get into the color light in a second. And then you can just, you know, pop the retaining ring off of this guy. This is called a bulb shield, and you can just use this to go right over that. See how it just slips right over? And then you can just use it to retain the glass right to the fixture, and you're good to go. So let's get more into these LEDs. So when you buy LEDs, if you heard me talking about them before, there's color temperatures that you get to pick from. So I tend to like the warmth of an incandescent bulb. This is like an old 60 watt version from our youth when we were kids. Now everyone has LEDs. 3000 Kelvin is that warm light. That's the light coming down on me from the LEDs above, and that's called warm white. If you guys like what's called daylight, and daylight sounds warm, but it's actually a white light, and that's kind of like a doctor's office light, that's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So it's really important when you're looking on Amazon or any website, or if you're in a store, that you really zero in on those numbers. And if you're looking at a box, you're going to see a little chart with an arrow on it, and it'll tell you 3000 Kelvin, warm white, and that little arrow will go all the way up to 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin for white light or cool light or daylight. So again, two things: make sure you buy the color temperature that you're looking for, make sure you buy a dimmable version of this, and then if you are looking down on this from a second story, so let's say you have this in a stairway going up, and you're looking down on it from a balcony or from that top of the stairway, you may elect to get this guy that has a bit of a frosted covering on it so you don't see the glare of the bulbs. This one is clear and you'll see some of the glare. These are just little details that are going to make you feel much better about buying LEDs in the future. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email, and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.